Hello, Capricorn. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here, Capricorn. I'm just here to do a bonus read for you, just to say thank you so much for the way that you've been loving on me and on this channel, and I do appreciate you, all your clicks and views, and specifically your thumbs up. It really does tell the algorithm to get other Capricorns to come running, and it is working. This group, this Capricorn tribe here, this collective is growing on Ten of Cups Tarot, so I appreciate you for that, and that's why I am here. I'm here just to say thank you. So you know, if you've been here before, if you are the ride or die Capricorn, you know that when I do a bonus read, it is for the current or the future energy. And I'm not going to get into reading for the past. If it shows up, I might acknowledge it, but I'm not going to get into reading for the past. And yeah, let's get into it and find out what's going on for you, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me what's coming up for Capricorn. So please understand that this reading, it may resonate today, but may not come to fruition today, tomorrow, or a year from now. It could be after that. Take it as it resonates. It's a general reading, and I'm reading for a lot of people. All right. It could be that it sounds like it's going to be your cycle, but maybe you're not in that cycle yet, so take that into consideration. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Woo. All right. We've got the Ten of Pentacles popped right out there. Tell me why we got the Ten of Pentacles for Capricorn, please. Tell me why we've got the Ten of Pentacles for Capricorn. We've got the Page of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Swords. The Fool. Interesting. Oh, I'm getting so many things, Capricorn. And that's the thing about a general read. I'm getting so many things. So I think for some of you, you're going back to school. It feels like you're going back to school in order to make more money. And the Page of Swords is, of course, the student, right? And I feel like what you're doing is you're kind of, you might be taking remote viewing courses. Like you might take courses online, because it feels like the Page of Swords is looking over at the Ten of Pentacles. So it feels like you're doing it in order to open up some sort of a new chapter. I feel like you're not faced toward the new chapter, but in order to be able to take this leap of faith here, I feel like there is something you must learn first, and that is, I think, whatever this is. So for some of you, you have been watching your family from a distance. This is the next thing I was thinking. You've been watching your family for a distance. You've been watching them online, or maybe you're someone who lives far away from them. It could be, and maybe it's time for you to go visit. That's what I was thinking about the Fool energy here. It does feel like somebody here is watching other people be together, be a family, be connected, be together, and maybe somebody is watching that from a distance. Let's keep moving here. I feel like for those of you who are going to go back to school to upgrade whatever it is you're going to do, maybe you're going to do a whole new thing, but whatever it is, I feel like you are doing it so you can get paid more money, and I think it's going to work. I think that you will be more abundant after you go through this course, knowing more here. I feel like it's something that you're taking a leap of faith on, that you weren't sure if you wanted to do it, but I feel like at some point in the future here, you're going to realize that it's important that you go. We do have the World card. I feel like going back to this family energy that I keep getting here, it feels like somebody here is not speaking with the family, or that the door is closed, or the chapter is done, or this could be a long-term relationship for some of you. You could have just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and maybe it's something that you had to learn in order to be able to close this door. But the World card is about accomplishment, and it's about a milestone. So it feels like if this was a long-term relationship, I feel like you finally come to a conclusion that after observing that you didn't want to be in this cycle anymore, and you close the door. The chapter is done. And it does really feel like for some of you, it could be that you are around the world, like distant from your family. I'm not saying that you're not speaking with them, but it could be that you live around the world, like maybe, yeah, it feels like northern, southern hemisphere kind of thing. Maybe you're watching them celebrate together, have family things together, and you're around the world. Some of you are about to step off the edge, maybe buy a plane ticket and go and see the family. We do have the Knight of Swords. Tell me more. We have the Three of Swords, yeah. So it does feel like somebody here is watching the family get together, have celebrations, birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and I'm just not a part of it. Now, I don't know if it's because you've cut yourself out. I'm just saying the King of Swords is here. It could be that maybe there is somebody who is very honest and truthful with their information that they're giving, but it's hurtful. It might be hurtful. I think for those of you who are going back to school, that you're worried that things are moving too fast. Maybe you haven't been to school in a while. This can be the thing as well, right? Maybe you're somebody who's been in the workforce for 20 years and you don't know what it's going to be like to go back to school, and maybe things are going to move too quickly and it's hard to catch up. You're thinking that maybe it's not going to work out. 3, 4, 5. What if I don't like it? What if I hate it? What if I have a conflict in the things that I'm learning or the things they're trying to teach me? Let's talk about this Page of Swords here. I think you need to make a decision about something. So regardless of whether you're going back to school or you're at a distance from your family, maybe around the world, you need to make a decision about something. And you don't want to be impulsive with the decision making. Tell me, so whether it's going back to school or going back home, I really feel like the Fool is here for that reason. And you don't want to make a quick decision because you don't want to be heartbroken by making the wrong one. Tell me more. We have the Nine of Swords. You worry about it. Worry about it isn't really going to solve anything, right? But I feel like there's something here that you need to release, and I think it's the worry. So we do have the Nine of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords in the hand of the Page. And so I feel like when you make the decision that something's going to have to end. You're going to have to release something in order to be able to carry on after you make this decision here. We've got the Magician. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're manifesting more money. So more money means more work. I really do feel like for somebody that is what we're looking at here. You might have to leave a job in order to go back to work, and maybe that makes you fearful. But the Eight of Pentacles is telling me that you must become the subject matter expert on something. So maybe you are someone who works in a hospital, but you've realized you want to be a nurse, and so now it's time to go back to school. I feel like it's worrisome because it's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be expensive. And I feel like you're going to have to go into debt, and I think that that's what worries you. And because for some of you, you're going to have to quit work in order to go back to school full time. And that can be pretty scary in itself, right? Tell me what the Fool is bringing, please. Tell me why the Fool is here. Tell me about the Fool. We've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. The family doesn't want you to go back to school. They would rather you spend the money on coming home to visit them. You see how these two stories are kind of colliding now. It feels like that you want to go back to school. You want to get more education so you can make more money. And I feel like the family would rather you just come back home. Just come back home. We miss you. And it feels like with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, it's like I feel like you have to go against the family in order to do what you want to do. They view you as a child, right? Because the Pages are children. They view you as somebody who makes indecisive, immature, and impulsive decisions. And I feel like you're not that person at all. It's like they have this view of you as the child or the baby of the family, maybe, that can't take care of themselves. We have the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. I feel like your family is saying to you, it's impulsive. Don't do it. It's impulsive. And you're saying to them, look, it's what I want to do. I will get the victory in it. And I feel like there are people who are where you are, your friends, I feel are cheering you on. They're the ones that are saying, yeah, go for it, do it. But I feel like your family is saying it's impulsive. Maybe it looks exciting and creative from a distance, but it's impulsive. What if you become the fool? What if you look foolish? What if it doesn't work? And I think that's where this idea of worry comes from, the Nine of Swords. I think that's why you're worried. Tell me more. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So when they do this to you, it puts you up in your head. When the family is like, do what we want you to do, or we're not going to give you our blessing to do whatever it is you want to do, I feel like it's almost like you feel forced into doing what they want you to do. The Eight of Swords is here, and it tells me that you have a decision to make, one that you've been thinking about over and over and over again. It almost feels like you're going to have to build some boundaries with the family and tell them, look, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I think that when you build the boundaries with the family, Six of Wands and One of Seven, when you build the boundaries with the family, I feel like they might put you out in the cold here. They're going to be like, fine, you don't get any financial help from us then. You go ahead and do what you want to do. And it feels like with the Four of Pentacles that you're like, I've been saving money though. I've been saving money. I should be fine. And they're like, you're going to look like a fool. You've got some family members here that would rather you, it's almost like your parents and your family would rather you come home and not go to school and not be successful, but just live with them forever. And some people are like that, right? They like to hinder their children's progress like that in the best interest of selfishness, wanting the child to come back home. Sometimes we have a kid that's failure to launch, but I don't think you are. I think you're the person who's launched, but the family tries to coerce you into doing things that they want you to do. Ten of Cups is in the reverse though, and I don't think that they're doing it in a very nice way, like not in a very loving way anyway. Tell me about this Ten of Pentacles in the World. Why is this here? Ten of Pentacles in the World, please. Ten of Pentacles and the World for Capricorn. Ten of Pentacles in the World for Capricorn, please. We have the Hierophant. It's the parents. Yep. It does feel like it is the family. It's the family, and they're like, look, it's tradition. Why do you want to be a nurse? There's nobody in our family who's a nurse. Why don't you come home and work at the local Piggly Wiggly? I'm not saying there's anything bad about cashing groceries, but you know what I mean? It's like the family's like, look, we have a lot of money. We'll just set you up with a trust fund, and then you can do whatever you want. Just come home and work at the local grocery store as long as you live with us and take care of us. And I feel like that's not what's in your plan, though. I feel they want you to follow tradition. And I feel like you're a person who doesn't want to follow tradition. I feel like you're used to doing things on your own, making your own decisions, whether they are good or bad. But I feel like you're brave and courageous. And I feel like you come from a family of pentacle people. People who need solid, grounded, dependable finances. Like you might come from a family of accountants and actuaries and people who, you know, who are playing it safe, I'm going to say. And you're a person who does not play it safe, but they want you to do what they want you to do because of tradition. They're like, it's the only solid path. If you come home and let us pay for your lifestyle, it's the only path. I feel like it could be somebody who has parents who are quite wealthy. We do have the Tower. Look, I feel like this Tower here, when the Tower comes up in the reverse for me, it's a warning. It's a warning that a tower is about to arrive. And so I feel like if you do go home, the warning is the Tower is there. I feel like you can never sidestep the Tower. Be aware of that. So a Tower might happen wherever you are, but I feel like if you go home and you comply with tradition, for sure a Tower is falling. Now, I feel like the Tower falling where you are right now is probably your best bet, because that means that you're carrying on to something new because the old is going away. But I feel like if you go home, the Tower is going to fall. And it's going to fall in tradition, which means that you're not going to follow tradition anyway, and there's going to be an upset. There's going to be havoc that's going to come from that. Because you're going to close your chapter, and you're going to go home, and the Tower's still going to fall. The only thing is it's going to wreak havoc in the family and tradition. You've got to take charge. Wow. Yeah. So either way, I'm going to say, Capricorn, whether you take charge of the situation or not, the Tower's going to fall. Where it falls is very important, because it's going to fall when you close the World card. When you close the chapter, it's going to fall. It has to, because you don't need that stuff in the past anymore. And we need change, upheaval, in order to make different decisions and move forward here. And whatever we don't need is gone. The illusion is breaking down. So I feel like if you step into the Emperor energy and you just take on the family and say, look, I don't really care about your tradition, the tower falls, right? With the family. I feel like if you go to school, the tower falls. I feel like you're going to get the tower anyway, but I feel like that you have to step into your Emperor energy here, feminine or masculine. You got to step into this Emperor energy to be prepared for what the fallout is going to be, either way, whether you decide to go back to school or go back home. We do have the Six of Cups, and we have the Three of Wands in the reverse. And so the Six of Cups, of course, is I have a lot of memories back there with my family. But the Three of Wands is I can't wait anymore. I've just got to go. Tell me why the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords are here. Three of Swords and Knight of Swords. This is healing. It feels like it's healing. Like you do make a move, but it's whatever you want to do. It's a healing move. Tell me about this. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the King of Cups. And we've got the Justice card. Oof. Look, I feel like I was just looking at this, and the feeling I got from it immediately is you're leaving whatever your dad is going to say. I feel like you're out of there. You're doing what you want to do. It looks impulsive and reckless to someone who's a water sign, someone who's a Scorpio, right? This is also Pisces and Cancer because we are in a general reading. But I always see this first as the father, unless the cards around it tell me different. And so it does feel like your father or your mother here. I feel like you're not obeying what they want you to do, which is going to give you balance, but which is going to cause a tower for them. I feel like whatever you're about to do is going to work out in your favor. I feel like you are going to get justice. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. And look, this doesn't even have to be about school. Maybe they want you to come home because you live in the southern hemisphere and they live in the northern hemisphere, and they just want you to be back home again, and you're saying, no, I don't want to be back home. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing out here. And I feel like you're going to reject their ideas of what they want you to do. And it's going to cause balance for you. Yeah, you're going to think it out. I feel like you have enough wisdom. You're going to say to them, look, you think I'm a child, but I'm old enough, I'm wise enough, I've got my own light, I know what I'm doing, I've gone over all the details, I've gone over the financials, right? Because Virgo is the one who is all about the details, going over and finding out what it is that I need. I feel like you're just going to do what you want to do. I don't think you're going to do what the family wants you to do. What is the outcome here, please? What's the outcome for Capricorn? Queen of Pentacles, that is Capricorn, but also Taurus and Virgo because we're in a general reading. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to live on your savings and you're going to work really hard. That's what you're going to do. It feels like you've already got enough money in the bank, that you are, the Queen of Pentacles is one who is sturdy and stable. Their money is good. I feel like you are going to move slowly towards your goal, towards whatever path you're going to nurture. I feel like we go from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles because we've got the 7 Pentacles, 1 is 8. We've also got 1 is 9. You're really confident that this is going to work out. I feel like your outcome tells me confidence, working hard. You're not scared to work hard. You're going to move at it slowly, go over all the details, wait whenever you have to. And I feel like you're just going to live on whatever you have in the bank. We do have the Chariot. Yep, you're going for it here because you want to be the star. You don't want to be sitting in this stagnant energy. You want to be the star. You're hopeful that things are going to work out in the victory, and I think that it will. What's this here? I feel like I was supposed to put a card down there. So it feels like that you're going to meet a group of people who are going to support you. So you're going to meet a community of people, a network of people, people who are cooperative, collaborative, who support you in your ideas. And it's not going to be your family, unfortunately. It's going to be a group of friends who are going to support you. What comes next for Capricorn? We do have the 5 of Swords, arguments. The Death card is here. And the Judgment card. Oof, gosh. That's telling me that you're making your decision and it's final. Your decision is the final decision, and they're not going to be happy. Fights are going to ensue here. I feel like your decision is final. You've just decided what you're going to do, and the family's not going to be happy. Your father's not going to be happy. I feel like it's dad who's not going to be happy, because that person is the one who's been providing for the family for years. That's the one who grew all these 10 pentacles. They're the one who is the accountant, the actuary, the one who's really good with the money. I feel like they think that you're making a foolish investment, and I don't think you are. I just don't. I feel like you're going to find a group of people who support you, even if your family leaves you out on the outside looking in. I feel like the Eight of Swords is telling me you're going to be up in your head about it for a while. The Four of Pentacles is like, I've saved enough money. I'm good. I know I'm going to be okay. We've got the Six of Swords. You're just moving on. Moving on, and it's kind of sad, but I feel like your intuition is telling you that this is the path you're supposed to be on. With the Two of Wands, you made the right decision. The decision is to make a plan, the best plan, right? She's sitting on the car making a plan, preparing to go forward, and you're going with your intuition. And I feel like it's going to be a sad day for you because you're going against the family, but it does feel like there is Six of Swords here, which is you moving along, taking everything they taught you, everything you learned. That's the thing, like we prepare our kids and we let them go, and they need to do what they need to do with all the information we gave them. And I think that the Six of Swords, for me as a reader, tells me that you're not forgetting all the lessons you learned. That's why you take the Six Swords with you in the boat, because you want all the communications and connections and information that you learned back there, and you're taking it with you. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Capricorn, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I hope whatever decision you make is the right one for you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye.